This is Paintball. It's a fast-paced, adrenaline-filled thrill ride. But it's more than just a bunch of kids going out and shooting each other. There's a lot of planning, physical endurance, and yes, the physics involved in the #1 extreme sport.
20 seconds.
Let's start by analyzing this practice of the semi-professional team Justice League. Alright, we've got 3 immediately setting up lanes off the start with 2 heading for the corners. Okay, so now we've got corner Dorito, snake insert, back left, and right rocket. As you can see, while the camera wasn't on him, corner Dorito got hit in the hopper. 14 kilometers per hour to the south, but he started with an initial velocity of 0, so his average acceleration is 4.67 meters per second squared. Now corner Dorito is moving up the field, but since the cameraman is right next to him, it seems like he's barely moving at all, when in fact he's moving up as fast and quietly as he can. His relative motion to the cameraman is almost 0, while in reality displacement is about 11 meters. He's firing at back left to keep him in, while back right moves up to right Aztec, then B1. The cameraman sees the hit on Mark Johnson and calls him out.
You're out on your hopper, you're out. Let him out, you're out.
Let's watch a new game. Look at all those paintballs flying through the air. Each one was pushed out of a marker by a force. This is an example of Newton's first law of motion. An object at rest remains at rest, and an object in motion continues in motion with constant velocity unless the object experiences a net external force. The paintball is a really small object, and that is why so little force is needed to shoot it. That's an example of Newton's second law, which states the acceleration of an object is directly proportional to the net external force acting on the object and inversely proportional to the object's mass. So in theory, this paintball should fly in a straight line at the same speed forever. However, since we're on Earth, there are certain forces acting on it. As the ball flies through the air, gravity is acting on it, pulling it down at a constant acceleration of 9.81 meters per second squared. Okay, if the speed of this ball is 276 feet per second, or 84 meters per second, then if it were fired horizontally from a height of about 5.5 feet, or 1.68 meters, it would travel 50 meters for 0.58 seconds, neglecting air resistance. That was a free body diagram, by the way. All objects ideally fall with the same acceleration towards Earth.
Yeah, go.
In fact, if you fired a paintball horizontally and dropped another one from the same height, they will hit the ground at exactly the same time. Ooh, you just got nailed right in the dome. That paintball hitting him is an example of Newton's third law, which states if two objects interact, the magnitude of the force exerted on object 1 by object 2 is equal to the magnitude of the force simultaneously exerted on object 2 by object 1. And these two forces are opposite in direction. So now let's watch a full game and see where we can spot our physics concepts. Okay, Moran starts with a 0 initial velocity, increases his velocity to 17 kilometers per hour to the northwest, then slides to a stop. Friction slowed him down to a stop. Paintballs are coming out of his gun, showing Newton's first and second laws, and balls are bouncing off the bunkers, showing Newton's third law.
Yes, snake.
Relative motion to the camera is different than that to the opposing side.
Let's go!
Paintballs are freely falling projectiles, and let's throw in a free body diagram in the vector diagram of the original break.